Good. Welcome, folks, to Pocono Speedway here tonight for the Truck Series race. We're going to do the Pocono 150. Right now we have practice going on. We're about 3 minutes left in practice. It's been looking pretty racy out there on the track for sure. Bring my partner in, Carlos. What do you think?
Well, everybody's looking a little bit hectic tonight. I'm seeing a lot of incidents, a lot of wrecking, but I'm also seeing a lot of group practicing, which is good to see.
That you are right, Carlos. You see groups of 4 to 5 cars in a row here just really working together and see if they can get that draft going. There has been a lot of incidents. I bet it'll start clearing up towards the beginning of the race here. Matt Gruenberg right now is tied with first with Curtis Sawyer for the fastest lap times in practice, with James D. Miller right behind him. They have been looking great tonight. What do you think, Carlos?
Yeah, I've been noticing that these group of 4 or 5 trucks here in front that we're getting an in-car view from, they've all been practicing together, and I feel like even though there's been a lot of incidents in the practice from what I can see, I think it should be a somewhat clean race, as there's some contact here with the 25 truck. But yeah, once you know how things are, you push yourself hard in practice so that during the race you don't make the same mistakes you did in practice.
That you are right. They are pushing the barriers right now to see how much they can push that truck around this track. You know, it's a tricky track, as they call it, the tricky triangle, as they have the 3 corners with the tunnel corner, one of the hardest corners at the track, but those high speeds with the long straightaways. And how about we go towards the point standings? Let's take a look here. Nothing has really much changed from last week. Just maybe minor changes, but not too much. I'll start out with the top 10 here. With number 1, the top spot is James D. Miller. With the number 2 spot, Matt Gruenberg. 3, Kyle Porcafee. Still trying to struggle with that name. I'm trying to get it right here soon. And the number 4 spot, we got Owen Martell. 5, we got William Krzyzka. And tied with 5th as well, Jordan McEvey. In the 7th spot, Randy Thorne.
That's McEvoy.
In the 8th spot, Jeff Gross. 9th spot, Chris Rice. And then rounding out the top 10, we got Justin Rector.
Justin Rector? He is here tonight. Yes.
So, Carlos,
Yes.
what do you think we're going to see tonight from this racing?
I think we're going to see some fairly close racing. We're for sure going to
Hello?
see an accident. Yes, hi. I think we're gonna have some fairly close racing. We may have an accident or two, but I think we should be fine. Seeing how everybody's reacting here. It's going to be a brand new track for them. This is the first time they're running here. This is the updated Pocono, the new configuration one, or the repaved, as you would call it. You there? Pardon us, we are having some technical difficulties. As we just wrapped up, okay. So it looks like our co-broadcaster William is having some connection issues. So hopefully he can get himself joined back up. So as we're going to start qualifying now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 28. We're going to go in the in-car and see how he tries this brand new track. All right. Do you have a copy?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, perfect. We're back. So it looks like we're having some small technical difficulties, and we're back. Right now, we're taking a look at the 28 of Chris Sweet, as he's going to take his first time lap here at Pocono.
I do not have the share screen here.
Because I am setting it up right now.
Oh, sounds good.
Perfect. You should be able to see it.
Yep, got you right now. Right at the roof cam here. As we're taking a look here at Chris Sweet trying to warm up his tires.
No, I think he's done with his lap.
That was his lap? Okay, I'm coming in a little bit late, so that's the reason why.
No worries. Yeah. At least we're having the technical difficulties before the race, just like we had it last week or yesterday.
That is for sure.
So as Jeff Cross crosses the line, it looks like he's in a place nowhere because this is looking to be his first time lap.
As of right now, I look at the leaderboard. The first 5 cars have set their laps out there for timed. And it looks like Matt Grunberg is going to be on top with a 53.7. What is faster time than his practice. And then coming back out, the number 2 spot is Kyle Rifke. Still saying the wrong name.
No problem.
We got number 7 with a 53.8. So we got some close times going on now. Everybody posting. As we get a great view right here of Jess Gross running his first lap.
Nice clean lap, no major issues. Let's see where he ends up. 9th place.
Not top of the leaderboards, but you know, he's gonna be middle of the pack. Might get some drafting partners, maybe move himself up front.
And as always, if you are watching this broadcast live on YouTube, feel free to drop a comment. I'm going to try my best to keep up with the comments here and see if I can either respond to you through chat or in person with the broadcast. So let's see who else is posting a lap time, as I'm having issues with my track map, so hopefully that won't get fixed for this broadcast, because I think this ATV update came out before the new track update, so it's not registering a new track map for this session. And so we got Justin Rector here in the 03 truck. Sorry, you were saying?
He is running his first qualifying lap right here, just before qualifying is about to end. We'll see where he ends up here as he goes around the tunnel corner here. As he going high, you see him go high, kind of let off the gas a little bit and just get on it right when he gets to the middle of the corner.
He's taking some pretty late apexes into it, and before the previous update with Pocono, you didn't really want to run at the very bottom of this track. So I don't know how it is with the new Pocono. I haven't tested it out yet, but based on his 12th place run, it's not the fastest out there, but at least he put a qualifying effort.
Yeah, as we look at the leaderboards here for qualifying, he ends up in the 12th spot with a 54.5. A little in the back of the pack, but it's going to be a long race, that is for sure. We have 60 laps tonight.
Ooh, I like that 16 truck. It's a nice looking truck for the 16. The only one on track, and he's going 96 miles an hour.
Let's see. 96 to 16. He's already posted 1 lap, and he's in the 15th spot, starting out on the grid.
So speaking of grid, we're gonna go ahead and let you start it out with the grid.
Sounds good. Here we go. In the first spot, getting that pole is Dylan Gooden, and in that second spot on the outside row is going to be Matt Grunberg. On the inside spot for that third spot is number 7, Kyle Prifke, and then on the outside will be Curtis Sawyer. Then we got the inside 5th spot, number 25, James D. Miller, and on the outside we have the number 14, Anthony Hyatt. On the inside, we have Chris Rice in the 7th spot, and then on the outside, we have the number 88, William Kariski. And the inside, number 3, Jake Finch. And the outside on the 10th spot, right at the top 10, would be Cody McCorkle. Carlos, take it away.
No problem. In 11th place will be Brett M. Osborne with Justin Rector in 12th. 13th will be Jeff Gross with Jordan McEvoy in 14th. 15th will be David Gervais with Chris Sweat on his outside in 16th. 17th will be Robert Hill Jr. with Brody Iverson in 18th. And that will round up everybody who posts their qualifying lap. As is this new? I haven't noticed that iRacing did this. I didn't know that they started the cars at an angle now.
I've not. That is a new one for me. That is for sure. It must be in the new update for the Pocono, new Pocono, because I raced the old one here a couple weeks ago when they had the K&N Pro here at the 2011 track, and we still started out on the middle of the track and start-finish line.
Let me tell you what, this is new. I like it. I don't think I've ever seen it like that before. As there's my pit crew there in stall 1. Looks like the 75 has earned the luxury of using my pit crew.
There you go. As the only car that did not run a qualifying lap was Brody Iverson in that 18th spot, so we'll see if he can get through the field.
Got a nice angle here of the in-car of our pole sitter, Dylan Gooden. Taking a look at the outside pole sitter, number 54.
And with Kyle Perifke, our last week winner, he's starting in the 3rd spot. Maybe he can make it 2 in a row. What do you think, Carlos? What do you think it's going to take to get him that 2nd win in a row tonight?
It's going to take patience, skill, and a little bit of good luck. This is a skill racetrack, but you also have to have some luck in there as well. It also depends on we got a couple cars just having fun in the back there. It also depends on how you approach it. If you approach it with a good attitude, you may be rewarded. You may not, but typically you want to find yourself there at the end. Don't waste any good opportunities too early.
That you're right, and with these long sweeping straightaways, you gotta think there could be a big one happening towards the middle of the pack, kind of maybe just like Daytona, but not as impact bumper to bumper as drafting. But you never know. We've seen in the past with Pocono being one of those tracks that can cause one of those big ones, and you do not want to get caught up in it. That is for sure.
Yes, I agree. It's going to be one pace lap before we go green. Do you have any final notes you want to bring in? Oh, besides our stage break. Stage break should be the same lap as last week. We haven't received confirmation, but same amount of laps as last week's race, so we're hoping it'll be the same lap 27.
Hopefully it should be lap 27, and hopefully maybe we can get talking with a couple of drivers here during that time, maybe see what's going on the track for sure. As they head into turn 3, we're about to head to that green flag and get racing started for tonight at the Pocono 150.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead, take it away.
All right, here we go down the front straightaway. The pace car is heading off as they come in, and they have already gassed it, and the green flag is on the way. Here we go. As they head on down the front straightaway here, they are already getting in line for that turn 1 towards the inside. You see the number 25 hitting that inside of number 7, pushing him up and taking that second, going, yeah, he's going to take that second spot away from the 54 as well. As they get lined up back bumper to bumper, that number 7's kind of pushed to the inside. It could be a little bit of trouble for that tunnel corner for him. He might have to get off the gas a little bit more than everybody else. As they head into it, look like there's no trouble. Everybody's just kind of spreading out.
Oh, there's a wreck in the back.
All right, a caution. There we go, good view of the replay here. All right, 3 trucks could be out of the race for a short night already on lap 1.
Let's take a look here. As that 69 came down, I don't know who that was. 3 trucks involved. That is
looks like the number 69 of Cody McCorkle. Who else we got? Oh, he just 03 of Justin Rector got hooked up into it as well, and then the lone straggler. I can't who it is.
That might be the 28. Yep, that's a 28. And they all are paying for this.
Yes, it looks like Justin Rector and Cody Corkle or Chris Sweat is on smoke right now, so it could be a end of their night. It's a heartbreaker, only on lap 1.
That's a shame. I've been in a Pocono race in a league where I got taken out on lap 1, It is not a fun thing to do, especially when you spend so much time practicing. Granted, this is only a 30-minute practice session, but you can always practice off track. In the league that I did, it was an hour and an hour and a half practice session before the race, and I spent every minute practicing only to get taken on lap 1, and that's just painful.
As Carlos is speaking right now, I look down and Chris Sweat is already disconnected for the night.
Yes.
Tough break for the lap 1 incident. And Carlos, we talked about this right before we went live. That tunnel corner is going to be a tough one all night. So what do you think drivers should be doing to really prepare, being going double, side by side, or cutting underneath to get a pass in that corner? What do you think they should be doing there?
Well, it's the classic give and take. It's lap 1. This shouldn't be happening. As it looks like we're going to have the leaders going to be pulling down pit road. No, it's a fake. 25 is having none of it, though. But, yeah, the classic give and take. It's lap 1, all right? Mistakes can happen, but that typically doesn't seem like something that should have happened in lap 1. That's something that seems more understandable the last couple of laps in the race. I don't know if he wasn't listening to a spotter, or if the spotter didn't work, or whatever happened. But that probably shouldn't have happened lap 1. Took out 3 good trucks, damaged probably a 4th one. And just, give and take.
That you are right, Carlos. These drivers are going to have to learn to have patience tonight through that turn 2 of tunnel corner. You see it every year. That is the toughest corner of them all. And you see drivers take those chances to take that pass in that corner, and you don't see good things happening, that is for sure. We just saw that just now. As it looks like we're still pacing, we'll have probably one more lap of pace laps, and hopefully go back green next lap on lap 4.
No problem. As we're taking a moment here, we want to go ahead and thank our wonderful friends at Track Cams for Gourmet. They provided the wonderful camera package you're seeing today. Granted, the camera package for the track is for the old Pocono, so we may have some small technical difficulties, some mixing and matching with the new Pocono. Hopefully that's not going to be too much of an issue. But I want to thank them. Track Cams for Gourmet. You can check them out at www.trackcams22.com.
Alright, and we look at the leaderboard here. Not much has changed. We have Dylan Gooden in the 75 with the top #1 spot. James D. Miller is going to round out the 2nd. And we have Matt Grudenberg in the 3rd spot. And then Kyle Rifke in the 4th. Curtis Sawyer is going to be round out the top 5.
It looks like they may be getting ready for a 1 to go here. I'm noticing something here. I don't know if it's because of the new PC update that I've accidentally added on more features or whatever it is, but I'm noticing a lot more marbles, a lot more debris and stuff coming off of these trucks, even at low speeds, as we do have 1 to go.
I have noticed that a lot with the oval tracks on the concrete, and I've seen a lot more of that with the new dirt tracks as well. You see a lot more dirt being kicked up, and you can see the cushion a lot better when they run around that corner.
The dirt tracks kind of make sense. It's a lot of loose pieces of track there.
As we look at this, the pace car has turned its lights off, so we will be going green this time. Hopefully we can get more than 1 lap of green work here.
No problem. And I'll try to touch this next caution if we do have one. It looks like in the middle of the corners, if you look at the track walls, you can actually see how the rubber and the marbles have actually caked the outside walls too. You don't see it in the straightaways because there's not too much marbles there, but in the corners, if you take a look at it, it looks like they're getting very dirty with marbles, sticking up against the wall.
And as we saw last night in the race, we saw Cameron Rich really hit that top line at Las Vegas in 1 and 2, and
you don't want to do that here.
No, not here, that's for sure. But you really saw him working that line, so you see the darkness coming up there. So you can probably see the exact same with the track getting worked on here in the lower.
Yes. And it looked like they're starting this track with heavy track conditions, heavy track usage.
It'll probably help him out better if he's sticking in the corners and getting around this track. All right, as we go around turn 3, the pace car will be going down the pit road, and we'll get started for lap number 5. Hopefully, we have a long green lap stage here. As Dylan Gooden has taken the inside as always. And we're going green. He goes right off the bat as the pace car goes in, and we're green flag racing here in Pocono. As we see the number 7, Kyle, getting really bumped up on that. James Miller trying to get him in the corner. And we see Matt Grunberg to that lower end, going side by side. He will take over that number 2 spot.
He had a really good run on the inside. Not as good as 75, but he got good enough for him to push through and get that spot there.
That he did as they go towards the tunnel corner. Hopefully we can have a better chance going through this time. As in the back of the pack, they're already going side by side into the corner.
Yep, it's already starting to thin back out again. Not too many trucks here tonight, and it looks like they're beginning to take that give and take into consideration, as we may have a battle for the lead here.
That we do, as the 54 Matt Grunberg is getting a look in the inside.
And they're going 3 wide for 3rd place.
Oh man, somebody's going to give a take here going into turn 1. We see the 88 and the 25 going side by side into turn 1. As the 25 looks like he has the edge, but maybe the 88 will get a run off as the 18 comes behind the 25 and give him maybe a push up the track. As he gets a great run off the track and gives the 25 a good push. As we turn into the tunnel corner, the 18 is a little high, and he's going to follow in behind. Nope, he's going to side by side with the 88 of William Krisky. As we have a 4 side by side up here, 1 through 4. Number 7 is going to fight for the lead back, and they're still side by side going down the front straightaway as the 75 Dylan Gooden takes the lead again.
Yeah, he just got a great run on the exit of that corner. It looks like the middle-ish line is going to be the preferred line for turns 3. It's just like it was in the old track before the repave.
That you are right, as the number 7 goes underneath the 25 to take that number 2 spot, and they go in line bumper to bumper. You see a lot of blocking happening early here too as well. You guys see as we're going into the tunnel corner.
Ooh, that looked very close between the 25 and the 7.
That it did. They may have touched a little bit in the bumpers. You never know. Might have given a push. As you got to think, Carlos, you think the drafting partners, you think you have to get a drafting partner really to work together to get front, or you think it doesn't really matter? You can just do what you kind of just go by yourself.
A little bit of both. You're going to need the draft to help you out, but I don't think you're going to need a drafting partner per se like you would in Daytona or Talladega, where typically if you get a really good set of teammates, you're going to be able to dominate the majority of the race. In here, you have to take care of your equipment as well. Your tires also are very important. If you clear your tires trying to get the lead and you have nothing, as the 7 car is looking already back on the inside. Truck, pardon me. The 7 truck.
As the number 7 truck goes towards the tunnel corner here, he's going to take the inside, maybe get a good run, but it looks like that 25 is going to fight right back. They do, as the number 2 and 3 spot, as the number 54 gets a heck of a run and touches the 18.
3 wide for the lead.
Wow. 3 wide here, as the 25 is the outside, number 7 in the middle, and the 18 on the inside.
4 wide, almost. They are going 4 wide.
25 takes it way low below the white line. 18 blocks all the way down as he goes back up the track towards turn 1. They're going 3 wide again into turn 1 here, side by side. As the number 25 gets or 75 gets a little high there and goes back behind and loses a couple of spots. Carlos, we were just talking. You think they would give and take here, but they're not giving and taking at all.
It's out the window, yeah. Thankfully, it looks like these people have raced with each other long enough to know that they can trust each other going 3 or 4 wide in this track.
You really have to trust somebody to really go 3 wide this early, as they're touching maybe a little there as they go into turn 3. So we had a great view right here, the battle for first place as they're going 3 wide. He's going to push straight down the middle, number 75 of Dylan Gooden. Fighting number 70 goes down, tries to block a little bit, and Dylan Gooden has a heck of a move up to the top of the track.
Some contact there, but it's lap 10, guys. They want to put on the show, and they're going to put on the show.
They're fighting for those stage points at lap 27 when we get close to then. And, you know, every point counts here for the championship.
So last week's winner, also the 2 wins in a row here, Kyle Pokrevsky, which we've already butchered his name, and it's going to continue to happen. We are sorry. He wants to prove himself. He can dominate any track now. He won at Eldora, he won at Indy, and he's up front here at Pocono. 3 different types of tracks, and he's up there. Oh,
as I see,
25 of James D. Miller tapped that wall. I don't know if it'll really hurt him, but he's going to lose second place because of it.
As I look down, it looks like Brett Osborne of the 99 has disconnected for the night. Tough break. As we get this great battle for second place, coming off of turn 1, they're bumping.
I don't know who that is. There's a truck back there that just really pounded the wall. There it is. The 3 truck really smacked that wall as in the corner.
Number 3 of Jake Finch there. As number 7 touches the wall a little bit out of the tunnel corner as well.
Oh, 7's having some slight connection issues. Hopefully oh, he's really having some issues now.
He's skipping across a little bit. Hopefully that'll get fixed here in the next lap or 2.
If it becomes an issue, he might get asked to drop to the back or get asked to leave the session entirely. I'm not quite sure what the ruling is for faulty connections.
And that'd be a tough break for him as he's trying to go for 3 in a row now. As the 18 looks to the inside, and he's still skipping a little bit across the screen here. 18 takes the lead as the number 7 fights back, and the number 25 of James Miller is behind him. Number 7. I don't know if he wants to draft him right now. I don't know if I'd want to do that with that.
He may not be getting any drafting help. Oh, 25 goes a little bit wide as he...
Oh, and he saves off the wall.
I'm not sure if that was a full-on block. That to me looked like an accidental block. 14 had a major run. 25 was doing his best to stay off of the 7, who's having an even worse connection issue now. So we're not sure what's going on with the 7, if he's going to get asked to drop to the back, but his connection is proving to be a hindrance right now.
No, you're right. I wouldn't be surprised here soon if they did ask him, as the number 25 goes underneath him. And he's giving a look as well. It's another Matt Gruenberg here. It's behind him as well.
So I also apologize if I'm accidentally clicking on the wrong thing. Every time he blinks out and blinks back in, it's messing with my telemetry stuff. Oh, no, they're getting very close again. Is they're going to go 3 wide, 2 wide here. And
it kind of looks like
taps the wall again.
It kind of looks like the number 7 with his blinking is kind of throwing them all off. I mean, it seems to happen really at that tunnel corner.
Well, it throws everybody off. You know, you see a car or a truck blinking, and you see them 1 minute, and then they're gone. They're going somewhere else. Do we have a couple trucks going down Pear Road, or are they just side drafting?
I think they're just side drafting.
Yep. They're all having fun. Everybody here is having fun in the league.
I mean, why not?
Yeah,
you gotta have fun.
Going back to the point, you see a truck that's disconnecting, you see them bouncing up and down the track. Granted, with the 7 truck, in this case, he's just moving, he's just blinking in and out. He's not like shaking back and forth, going up and down in the wall, going wherever. In those cases, you really have to get out of the way. But in most cases, you're just like, I see him, he's gone, he's there, he's gone, and it's messing with your head. You know, it shouldn't be messing with your head, but it's messing with your head, and you want to give him space because, you know, what if you go down to the inside at the same time he goes to the inside, but he blinks out and he reappears inside of you, and it just throws you off.
It looks like the drivers aren't knowing that's happening, so they're trying to give him as much space as possible as well, too, though. As we got a battle in the back of the field.
This is, I believe, for 9th place.
9th spot, yes.
Yes, the 17 truck has a lot of rear end damage. This happened, I believe, either during the restart or the caution before. I noted it earlier, but I can't remember what lap that was. So this is the closest battle we have here, aside for possibly a battle for second, but it's maybe a lap or two away. And as soon as I say that, of course, there's a closer battle here for 4th place between Matt Gruenberg and Anthony Hyatt.
As they go around turn 3, coming towards the straightaway of the front straightaway, I mean. They are just kind of, as we see, a battle for the lead now.
Not really a battle for the lead, battle for second place.
Is that second place?
Yes. The lead is pulled off. The leader is about 1.7 seconds ahead of this battle here. Right. And he's going to get even further ahead if these two don't straighten this out right away.
It looks like the number 7 has quit blinking at the moment as he looks to the inside. Now he comes right behind James Miller to draft down the back straightaway here, going into turn 2.
Well, it's good to hear his connection has improved. I can finally click on his cameras. It's always a shame when you have a fast truck or a car or whatever vehicle and you're plagued with a connection issue. You don't know what to do. You don't know if you should back off or not. You should, but then, you know, what if the moment you back off, everything gets fixed right away, and then you're stuck in the back without a caution?
That you are right, as you get a great view here of Kyle Brifke going down the front straightaway, looking at the stock in that number 25 as we're going to turn 1. He looks to the inside. He's going to get a little of the back end, try to get side by side and going into turn 1. As you go in there, 25 shuts the door once again.
There's the give and take. You know, he got in there. 25 didn't really give it, but the 7 kind of backed off, gave him the inside line. No, it's too early to really cause an issue. Maybe he was trying to mess with the 25.
We are in lap 17. We have about 10 more laps until that stage break here.
Yes, just about 9 more laps. And then we should be seeing one of the admins throw caution here for the stage break. The top 10 get points, and then we move on to the rest of the race, hopefully without a caution.
And let's look through that top 10. We have in the first spot taking a
40 down pit road.
There it is, for number 40 of Robert Hill Jr. is going down pit road right now.
He's the only one there. Maybe some early pit stop strategy, and we'll see what he wants to do.
And as we saw last night, we saw tons of different pit strategies. What do you think the best pit strategy is here at Pocono?
Oh, I would say it'll probably be staying with the draft. So whichever one has you staying with other drivers, I think that would be the best strategy.
I would have to agree.
Because tires, they play an important role if you want to win. If you want to pass them, if you want to pass trucks and win, you're gonna want to get tires for sure. But if you need to save tires or whatever it is, all you gotta do is stay behind a truck, or stay behind a group of trucks. You'll lose some time in the corners, but you'll gain that time back up with the draft. And especially how the draft packages with these trucks. These trucks, man, they suck up like I've never seen before. The Cups, on the other hand, the cup cars, you're probably gonna want tires all the time.
Yeah.
These you can stay behind, yeah.
It seems like in the Cup Series, you want those 4 tires every single time you go in the pit road. That is for sure.
Oh.
I see crisscrossing there, going into turn 1 from number 3 from Jake Finch, and the 64 of Brody Iverson fighting for that 10th spot. Those are points right there. They're going to fight for every point we can get. I mean, they have, what, they have 8 more laps, 7 more laps here. And that Cracker Barrel looking car, number 3. What a great paint scheme right there. Everybody loves Cracker Barrel.
It's a nice paint scheme, unfortunately. Actually, I've never been to Cracker Barrel, so I can't speak about it, but I do have to say it's a nice looking paint scheme. Same thing with the 64, that Mactonite truck. Classic throwback. But, I don't know if the 3 is not happy with the 64 or what. The 3 has damage, or the 3 has damage from an earlier incident.
As he gets a big push right into turn 3, he gets a little loose. As he's just sitting right there, Jake Finch in that 3 as they go down. He's trying to get that draft. You see him trying to fall.
And look at all those pebbles in the ground. Because the track is clear from the high line in a straightaway. But once you go down there, the track is still dirty with all the pebbles and everything.
Mm-hmm.
As that is not a good line. Can't even get to the bottom to get a good drive off. So it looks like the 64 might get this position for the next couple laps.
As Jake Finch heads to the end of at the bottom of the track, goes back up for on the tunnel corner.
And the 7 truck is catching back up to 25 again. this battle for second place isn't going away now that the 7 truck has gotten his connection back up in point.
And as we've seen, Kyle Brifke is a very tough driver. He is going to fight to the very end of the last lap, that is for sure. All right, as we're getting close to the end of the stage here, let's look at the top 5 I'll go through. And in its first spot, we have Curtis Sawyer. In the second spot, we have James Miller. Third, we have Kyle Brifke. And in the 4th spot, we have Anthony Hyatt. In the 5th spot, we have William Krzyzewski. And then in the 6th, Dylan Gooden. 7th, David Gorellis. And in the 8th, Gervais.
Yeah.
And in the 8th, Chris Rice. And in the 9th, Jeff Gross. And right at the top 10, we have Brody Iverson. We just saw the fight back there with Jake Finch. It looks like
he's still holding on.
Holding on. That car. Who is that right there? That is
the truck in front. I believe he's a lap down to 97. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's the 9th place. This is all for position. This is a battle for 9th place now.
As that's the 97 of Jeff Gross there in front of those 2 trucks fighting for that 9th spot. As Jake Finch looks below 64. They all go way low down the track as they're going back and forth.
Ooh. At some point, this is beginning to be too much. They might make a mistake, but even if they don't, I feel like they're wasting too much time moving up and down, as well as possibly killing their tires. As the 64 just slides all the way up, and kind of a little bit of a monkey see, monkey do. The 3 truck does the same thing. Not as bad though, but does the same thing. However, this is going to put the 3 truck right up next to 64 for 10th place. And we'll see how it goes into tunnel turn. Tunnel turn, you don't really want to go too wide here. It's not the best one. 64 goes even wider. This is going to be it. 64 has lost 10th spot.
As you look at it, I think they're going on that front straightway, going back and forth. I think it's really killing their tires, and they lost their spot for 9th spot.
Yeah, I mean that's not why you're seeing the leaders side draft block so much. Except when they were going 4 wide for the lead there for a moment. That was something, yeah. It's this battle for second place is heating back up again.
As we see Kyle Brifke getting the inside of that 25, heading into the tunnel corner. He gets right side by side here as he gives a little bit to the 25, but gasses right back up and tries to get right behind him, get a good run off of it.
25 is doing whatever he can to Ryan Newman his position.
That is for sure.
As
you see,
we have about 4 laps.
4 laps till the stage break.
And they're not even getting close to the leader. The leader of the 18, Curtis Sawyer, pulling away now to a 3.5-second lead. He is, it looks like unless a caution comes out, he is going to be able to hold on to this position and get the stage break win.
That he is. He's put on a clinic right now. Curtis Sawyer is in that great looking paint scheme for the 18.
That Marshall lamps. I love me some Marshalls. I prefer orange amps, but Marshalls are pretty top notch too.
As we see the second place battle, really heating it back up again as Kyle Brifke's giving it a look to the inside, going to kind of skipped again. It looked like.
I'm not seeing any issues. However, all this battle for second place has brought in a 3rd truck, the 14 of Anthony Hyatt, who is now going down Pier Road with about 2 laps left. It looks like he's going to be trying to get the lead once we go back to green after the caution. So he's going to be playing a strategy of trying to get up front once this is over.
Which I feel like this strategy could really be in his favor. I mean, it's not a bad idea. You got 2 laps till the stage break. I mean, you're giving up points though. That could hurt you in the end, but that lead he wants that win, I bet, at the end.
And there's some bump drafting here before we're going into the tunnel turn. 7 truck backs off just a little bit. Maybe backed off a little bit too early. Maybe backed off a little bit too much. But he's going to try to get as much cleaner as he can going to that corner. Turn 2 is very, very tight. You have to nail it. You can't go too wide unless you really know what you're doing.
As he got a great run off turn 2, and he's going to turn 3.
He's going to get a really good run here.
Yes, he does, as he's getting right up on that bumper. Could look to the inside here going into turn 1.
I don't think he's got enough. I don't think he's gonna be there for looking the inside. Maybe next time by, he's got to set himself up. You can't be too close to him, because even though we talk about how these cars, these trucks, the NASCAR cars and trucks lack downforce. For a race car, these cars do have a lot of downforce. They're just so damn heavy that people just look at it and say like, it's got no downforce. Nothing like that. No downforce, no side force. So these they got a lot of stuff. So they do rely on the air and dirty air. Even now, even more now than they did before. So you can't just get up right behind the truck and expect to drive the same way as if you were in front of the truck. So the 7 has to back off a little bit in turn 2, so you can get a good run without compromising speed and downforce. So he sets up for a pass in turn 3, or he sets up for a pass in turn 1.
As we have a caution at lap 27, being in the stage. Rounding out the top 5, here's Curtis Sawyer in that first spot, James Miller in second, third is Kyle Prifke, in the fourth spot, William Kreska. And right at the top 5 would be David Grelvis.
Oh man, David Gervais. You okay there?
Gervais. I mean, I should listen a bit better to you than me next time.
It's something we can't always get the names right, so we apologize for that. But stage break. This is what we thought when it was gonna happen. We didn't get confirmation, but it was pretty safe to assume it was gonna be lap 27. Same amount of laps. So when we go back to green, it'll be past halfway. Anything that you'd like to share from what you've learned so far?
Well, as we've been saying the whole time, and the give and take has been there a little bit. We saw some crazy action at the beginning of the race, but it seems like everybody is strung out and kind of just having their own little battles here.
Yep. So they're not going to. The pit road isn't open yet, but once pit road opens and they all exit pit road, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break to talk to their stage winner, the 18 of Curtis Sawyer, which right now is being shown in second place because the 25 decided to pass him. It's a little joke. So while we have this quick break before they go down pit road, to go ahead and thank our wonderful friends at Track Cams for Gourmet. They provided a wonderful track package as well as in-car camera package for tonight. If you want to check more, feel free to check out their website at trackcams22.com. So that's trackcams22.com.
All right, so as we look at it, we all know they're going to take 4 tires, get fuel in that truck, and be on their way.
Yep, with the exception of the truck that came down pit road.
Which would be the 14 of Anthony Hyatt.
Yes. Although, I'm not sure. I thought you were supposed to take the access road down to pit road. Or is that just for Homestead?
I think that's just for Homestead. I think here it's fine to take it after. As they do right now without taking that.
As the majority of them come down pit road. A lot of I think the majority of the people are in there. We see 3 trucks that stayed out. 2 of them I know for sure went down pit road earlier. I'm not quite sure what the third one is. Maybe there are a couple lap down vehicles. There are 2 lap down vehicles on track right now. Oh, is one of them hits the inside wall? We can't get a good angle to see who that was. Yeah.
The 25 of James Miller, I think that was.
That may have been the 25 of James D. Miller, yeah. And the 54 goes, the 54. Too far in. And 18's going to pull off first, followed by the 7 of my gosh, I already messed it up, Pokrevki.
We're both having our struggle night tonight with these names, aren't we?
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go take a quick break to interview our stage winner. So we'll be right back.
Alright.
Yep. So we have our stage winner, Curtis Sawyer. Curtis, you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys. Sorry. I didn't know I was in here with y'all. How y'all doing tonight?
Ah, we're doing good. How are you doing? How's your truck handling here tonight?
It's pretty good. Feels good over the long haul and in the beginning. Y'all enjoy all that racing in the beginnings of the stage there?
Very entertaining racing, that is for sure. So you feel like up front, you feel that fresh air is really helping out the truck?
Yeah, but you gotta have to get away from those guys behind you because that draft's a big deal too down those long straightaways here. But if you can get broke away, then it changes everything a little bit.
That you are right. It seems like you're posting fast lap times and you're carrying it away. Any words for the second stage?
Just hopefully we can keep doing what we've been doing and see what we can get at the end here. Got a lot of fast guys behind me, so I'm sure it's not going to be that easy.
Yeah, so
all right.
Quick question here. How scared were you when you guys were going 4 wide for the lead?
They were all trying to talk us down, but, you know, it was all right. Some of the guys in the back watching were trying to tell us how early it was, but, you know, sometimes you just got to make a show out of it.
Yep. Well, we wish you good luck for the remaining of the race now that it's halfway, and hopefully you get to prove your worth here.
Well, thank you guys, and we'll see what we got.
All right, Curtis, we'll see you later. Good luck the rest of the night.
Thank you.
All right, and that was our stage winner, Curtis Sawyer, as we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back before green. Alright, and we're back. So that was the quick break. It looks like we may be getting 1 to go next time by, but I'm very excited. This is going to be the second restart of the night. And if it's anything like the first one, especially now that we have 2 trucks and old tires being a couple laps old tires, but still 2 trucks and old tires, it's going to be interesting to see. As actually, correction, it's just the 14 truck with old tires. The 03 in front is a lap down. He's trying to get, he's actually 11 laps down. He's trying to get 1 of his laps back.
All right, Carlos, as we're heading towards the second stage here, what are you expecting here?
Hectic restart. I'm going to expect a little bit less give and take from these guys, considering how we saw when they were racing with 10 laps into the race. So, 5 wide into turn 1.
5 wide into turn 1. You hear it here. Carlos is betting on that 5 wide. If we see that, I might just lay over here and just have a heart attack. That would be wild.
Alright, so going into the comments here tonight. Sorry I haven't been able to respond too much. Let's take a look at what the people are saying. Yeah, EXman04, that's Paul Ross. It's the winner from yesterday's race, Paul Ross here in the comments. Hey guys, can't wait. You got Just Director saying LOL. Jay Cervoni 29, race chatter only please. He only wants to talk about the race. So we'll give him race chatter, but you know, we gotta be personal. We gotta give this. This is about personality. All right, so it's not fully about race chatter, but yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about the race. Paul Ross wants to race again. He misses the action. We got Cameron Rich saying, "What's up, Poco hose?" Oh, okay. So I just got the joke. Oh, Cam, you got me there. Paul Ross saying, because I love racing, even if it's a cartoon race car, saying, go number 18. So Paul Ross, driver of the 18 Chevy, is rooting on for the 18 truck here tonight. As we are 1 to go, we're going to expect another restart here.
That we are as we go around turn 3 here. The pace car will be heading down pit lane. We'll get started here with 30 laps to go. It'll be 29 laps to go as they cross the start-finish line. All right, as we see the pace car heading down towards the pit lane, we see the 14 get a good head start.
Oh, the 40.
40 is a push to the 18 as they make it 3 wide going down the front straightaway with the 7, 18, and the 40.
I don't know what the 40 was doing, but the 40 just jumped the start. I don't know if that's allowed in the rule books. But he Kyle Bushed it as there's a wreck in the back somewhere.
as we have the number 16 of David Grievous hitting the wall.
That must be what I heard, so I apologize for that. I just heard multiple cars and crunching metal.
I think it was about 2 cars hit each other, and I think David hit the wall, and that's what made that sound.
16 all the way in the apron. Didn't work out. Oh!
As they touch, retaliation maybe, we don't know. As they go back to the turn 3, they are side by side. As a 54 hits the 16 now.
I think the 16 came down on 54. But,
he did. He touched a little bit, lost some spots. Now he's in the
4 wide for the lead again. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. How did I miss this?
As they're pushing towards turn 1, going 4 wide here at Pocono. As they give a little bit, making it not 4 wide much more, as number 7 here is in the lead. 25 in second, side by side.
7 truck back in the saddle again. Now that his internet connections have cleared up, he wants to prove that he can win 3 races in a row. I think he can do it. But oh, it's 25.
25 saves it.
Caution is out though.
Caution flag is out though. As it's loose in the tunnel corner. As we said all night, that corner is going to be tough for every driver.
Oh, he didn't get loose. 18,
no, he didn't.
18 flipped the apron, went up a little bit, and tapped to 25. 25 did a fantastic job saving that truck. Oh yeah, 18 flipped the apron. A little bit of net code there. 25 shouldn't have gone out of control like that without the net code there, but fantastic job saving it. That was superb.
As we went 2 laps here in second stage, the racing has not down at all. It has been amped up to the max, bumper to bumper, side by side, going 4 wide into turn 1. It's been fantastic to watch.
I agree. So now we have a similar situation to the initial start of the race. We started the race, immediately a caution came out within the first lap, and now we start this second stage, this final stage, and then the second lap of this stage, caution comes out. The difference is in this case it was with the leaders. Some close racing, a lot of give, less take, and hopefully they tone it down a little bit now that they've made a mistake. And we can go to the finish here without any other yellows.
As I'm looking through the field here, we have maybe a couple of takers, maybe 3 trucks here in the lower exit. As the 64 crosses the grass, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe as we have a couple of takers, maybe the whole field. Yes, we do. The whole field, leaders and all.
Yep, they've all decided to come down Pear Road.
A couple of trucks did not take it, but these leaders getting those fresh tires, I bet, because, I mean, we've seen what fresh tires can do for you. It's either the winner or loses the race there. We'll see who wins the battle off pit road. As the 7 launches
tires,
off.
it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like 2 tires. You are right.
Yeah, they only ran two laps of green. Why not?
Looks like those trucks towards the back probably took 4 tires, it looks like.
That also means only 1 truck stayed out. 16 of Anthony Hyatt.
So Anthony Hyatt is the one truck that stayed out, and he has not pit since 2 laps before the stage ending. Yeah, I think his tires could be not. I mean, they could be getting rough, but I mean, he's gonna give a chance and see what he can do with those old tires.
Maybe, but you did say he pitted 2-3 laps before the stage ends, and we've only gone 2 laps of green, maybe 2.5. So he's run about 4. He's run about 5 or 6 laps. Green flag speeds here with this truck, so his tires may not be that bad. I don't expect for him to stay with the lead, but I don't think it's gonna fail him necessarily.
No, I think it's gonna be hard racing like we've seen the whole time. He might not get the good start. He might. We don't know though.
Well, hopefully he gets a good start because he's gonna need a good start.
That's for sure. As we have some lap traffic trucks going down pit road now this time.
Yep. So we're probably at about 3 to go here. So 14 aggressively warming up his tires. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go on.
I was talking about the pace car, but the lights are still on, so we will not go green this time around.
No, not this time, I know. So while we're under caution, I want to thank our friends here at Track Cams for Gourmet, providing the wonderful tracks. Providing the wonderful camera package we're seeing here tonight. Check them out at www.trackcams22.com.
All right, as I look at the leaderboard, let's give it a little top 5 here. We got your number 1 spot with Anthony Hyatt, number 2, Kyle Perifke, number 3 spot with the number 3, Jake Finch, number 4, Curtis Sawyer, and the number 5 spot rounding out the top 5 with Matt Gruenberg. All right, with 25 laps, Carlos, you think they would start, save the truck a little bit towards the last 10 laps of the race, but what do you think their strategy is from here on out?
Finish. My strategy would be to finish the race.
You would think that would be true, but
yeah,
they're racing. They're racing hard.
They're racing hard. I'm gonna take this 2 ways. 1, do I have a really fast truck? Can I lead laps? If yes, I'm gonna go for it. If I have a top 5 truck, or maybe even a top 10 at best truck, I'm gonna hang in the back. Let them go 4 wide for the lead. I'm gonna hang in the back, stay in the draft, save my tires, and wait for them to make mistakes.
And as we've seen racing here tonight, it looks like almost any truck could win the race tonight. All of them are quick. We've seen 2 trucks more out to the front would be Curtis Sawyer and Kyle Perifke, but I think it's anybody's race still tonight. I mean, there's a lot of racing still to happen.
Yes, and a quick update. We had 18 trucks that started here tonight. 2 of them have called it a night. That is Chris Sweat, the number 28 in 18th place, and Brett M. Osborne, the 99 truck in 16th place. The truck we're looking at right now is 69 of Cody McCorkle. He is not going to call himself a quitter. He is 30 laps down and is still in racing here.
Well, I'm going to raise no quitter out of him, that's for sure.
No, I believe he was involved in the first caution on lap 1.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he came down. Yes, that's right.
As we see, the pace car lights have turned off this time around, so we will go back to green flag racing.
Yes, sir. Green flag racing with the 14. 12 laps of tires, but really 6 laps of green flag. So we're going to see how that fares against 2 tires at the 7 and the 3 half. And then I believe Curtis Sawyer has 4 laps tires. For some reason, I'm being shown as Matt Gruenberg having a 1-second pit stop. I don't think that's true.
As we head around turn 3, Carlos, I've been taking it over all night. How about you take over this restart right here? No problem.
Thank you so much. I'll try to match what you can handle here. Alright, so pace car is getting ready to pull off with this fantastically long front stretch. Pace car is off. The leader's taking off. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Green flag is out as the back of the field is already spreading out. They're changing lanes. I'm not sure what the rules are here. But the 14, it seems like the 14 got a fantastic restart going into the first corner. The 7 truck right behind. He's all clear for now. And we're going to see how those tires take place.
As in the back, they are 3 wide, 2 wide all around turn 1, going back straight away towards turn 2.
Oh no, the 3!
The 3 gets turned and he hits the inside wall.
Oh, that's... Oh man, why can't I click on the 3?
as it looks like one car pile up there. Man, he had a tough break, hitting that inside wall really hard.
Oh, that's more than one car. The 18
That's...
truck's involved. 54 is involved. Oh, he hit that twice.
Jake Finch takes a tough break here, and with 23 laps to go. Look at this race into turn 1.
The 7 truck would have ended up with the lead here had the caution not come out. But it looks like the 3 got clipped in the rear right about now. And then got turned. Ooh, hit it with the back end. And then comes around and hits at the front end.
Very hard hit for that number 3.
He got clipped by the 25, I believe. And then came down with the 54 and the 18. The 54 and the 18 already made contact just a couple, like maybe a fraction of a second before the 3 came down. So there wouldn't have been an accident there, but would have been very close.
As we look, I'm trying to look at the 18 here. It looks like he has some rear end damage. And let's see here. And maybe a little bit of front end damage.
Oh, he's
maybe
got
a crick over the hood.
Damage, yeah. That's a lot more than a little.
You gotta think. You think that's gonna hurt the truck a lot tonight? You think he's gonna be able to make it up front, or is he stuck where he's at?
If he had a car to win this race, as wow, that 64 just killed his truck there, the inside wall. If the 18 had a truck to win this race, he's in a top 5 truck now. 54, I believe now is a top 10 truck. He's got heavy damage. He should come in and get that repaired.
As it looks like he is right now. There has been no giving taking at all in this stage 2. We've already had 2 cautions again with 22 laps left. As we have some takers, 14 fakes him out, but the 18 and the 54, as we spoke, is going to go down pit lane.
Top 4 stayed out. Same thing with the 16 of David Gervais. He stays out too, so top 5 stays out. Yeah, looks like everybody else is going down pit road, which I don't blame them. 18 should go down pit road. 54 definitely needs that damage repaired. Everybody else, if they're coming down pit road, just come down pit road. So they're all doing what I would have done. Unless you're like really at the far back and you want to gain a couple spots, maybe come down. But I don't know, it's not worth it.
No, it is not. As we see them getting off pit road here, the 18 comes off first here.
So 18 doesn't really take too much time to repair his damage. 54 is still down there. He's repairing his damage. Good for him.
He is going to need it, that is for sure, probably to help finish the race. All right. Well, we got 21 laps left. Carlos, you thought they would, give and take a little bit and wait till his last laps?
No,
you were wrong this time.
I said that they were going to have less give and take compared to the lead.
Less
compared to the first 10 laps. Which is kind of true. We already have we had 1 caution before the stage break, and now we have two quick cautions right after.
Well, the saving of the trucks, though.
That being said, they haven't gone 5 wide yet.
That they have not, but they've gone 4 wide about every other corner, that is for sure.
And so the 14 got a great restart, pulled away, but the 7 truck caught right back, exiting the corner. It would be interesting to see how long the 14 would have held on to the lead, but the caution came out. I don't think the 14 would have held on to the lead for that lap. I think we would have gone past for sure.
No, that number 7 of Kyle Prokofsky is looking very quick tonight. That is for sure.
Yeah, Kyle Prokofsky looking to get 3 in a row, and right now, besides probably restarting with 19 laps to go, the difference between him, the only thing standing in his way is cautions and the 14 truck. As we have Jake Finch saying, "Damn 25 truck." It's a shame. Jake Finch, the number 3, he got clipped by the 25 in the backstretch, or the short shoot, I guess is what it's called. I don't know what. It's not a backstretch. It's called a short shoot because it's not a backstretch. But then again, I don't know how road courses work. I had a friend tell me that once.
So as you speak, the number 18 of Curtis Sawyer is down pit road once again, trying to get those trucks prepared, repaired, I mean. For
we have the son of Flipper here joining us in the comments. Cameron Rich, aka Son of Flipper, misspelling his messages. He wrote HELLP Paul instead of hello. Son of Flipper, glad to have you back. He calls himself the Son of Flipper because he's got flippers for hands.
Okay.
He can't type on his phone with flippers.
That would be difficult without thumbs.
Oh yeah. Anyway, I am so glad to have thumbs. It really makes a lot of things easier.
As the pace cars lights are still on, hopefully this next time around we will see them turn off and we'll go green flag racing with 19 laps to go.
We should be green flag with about 18 laps to go because the pace lights are still on. So, in that incident, it looks like the 3 truck has decided to call it a night. He's disconnected. We still have the 17 of Chris Rice, the 03 of Justin Rector, and the I Ain't a Quitter, Cody McCorkle, still on the track. They're not on pit road, so they've repaired all the damage that they wanted to, as the 40 of Robert Hill Jr. is on pit road right now. Last chance to get himself fixed, hopefully. He may want another caution, but we certainly don't. We want to see this race play out.
As we see the pace car lights turn off this time, we will go green as they get lined up side by side, going down the short chute as we have learned tonight.
It's Cameron Rich saying it's hard to drive cars with these damn flippers. with EX Man, aka Paul Ross, saying you make it look easy.
Well, he made it look easy last night in that Kyle Larson line, that is for sure.
Oh yeah, they certainly know what they're doing. It'd be nice to see some more of that, especially next week. Maybe not next week because it's Iowa for 3 wide. It's not really a track you want to run high.
No, that is for sure. You want that middle groove probably for that track for sure.
Maybe. We'll see how they play out. They know what they're doing. 14, either saving fuel or just having fun down there.
I bet it's more just having fun if we know these guys.
Alright, so we're going to have you take it away. See how, hopefully this should be the last restart. If not, we'll see how it goes. Cameron Rich saying hashtag running the high side at our road courses.
As we see them go around turn 3 here, pace car will head down pit road this time as we go green flag racing, hopefully, for a long stretch. As the pace car goes down, we see them bunch up, and number 14 is off. It gets a great restart, but number 7 of Kyle Rifke gets a good restart as well. Heading down turn 1 as Anthony Hyatt comes up. They are too wide back there in the back.
It's alright, I don't blame you. It's not the best camera angle we have here tonight.
As 75, Dylan gets underneath Wim. And then make it 3 wide down the short chute going towards the tunnel corner. We've seen bad things hit up in here. Hopefully they give and take as the 75 looks like he gives. James Miller gives a little shove, maybe to the 7, but gets a good... As the 7 gets a good push off of the tunnel corner, going to the lead. As the 14 and the 25 are side by side, going into turn 3, heading out towards the front straightaway. Still side by side as they're racing down across the start-finish line. As they go side by side into turn 1, there's no giving taking. They are fighting for that second place spot.
Yep, they're still going
as the 25 maybe edges them this time.
No, I think the 25, if he does have it, he's going to...
Yeah, he got...
It'll be very tough.
14 got a great run off of turn 1, looks like. As the 14 goes really high this time. And now the 25 is taking over that second spot as the 88 is getting down in the mix. As he's under the 14, turning into turn 3 here. Side by side going into the front straightaway. We have 16 laps to go this time around. As Kyle Barifke is kind of, he's trying to stretch his lead out, but they're still fighting behind him.
Yep, he needs to clear the draft before he can probably properly pull away. Because while he's playing with the draft, it's going to be more of you pull away, then they catch up. You pull away, they catch up. You pull away completely, then they won't be able to catch up unless they really settle down and try to match lap times.
And we've seen tonight that they have not settled down much at all. As the 75 gets the inside of the 88 going to turn 3. And behind him as well, fighting for that 4th spot.
I want to go ahead and take a moment to apologize for the slight technical issues we were having. I already know the issue and already have the fix for it. Unfortunately, I won't be able to fix it until after the stream is over or I stop the stream starting. So thankfully for the next broadcast, that shouldn't be an issue.
As the 75 is taking over the 4th spot from the 88. And now we have a fight for
16 hit the wall and lost a ton of spots.
Yes, he did. He moved way back in the pack now. As we have a fight for maybe, what spot is that? 6th spot, 5th spot.
I believe this is a battle for 5th spot. Yes, the top 5. The 88, the 54, and the 40. The 40 having that unique paint scheme, all black with a special looking 40 on the rear end. Although I think now he has some text on the quarter panel. That might be new this week.
As they go side by side into turn 1. That number 40 is trying to get the inside the 54 as he does. 54 gets a good run off turn 1. They're going side by side as well. Again into the tunnel corner.
Here's a nice angle here. Tunnel corner to see if he can hold it in there. Nice straight and true. Pulls off. Does a great job.
Gets it to stick and takes over that 6th spot.
It's I mentioned it before, it'll be really hard for you to hold on to 2 wide sections on the outside.
As they line up bumper to bumper here, going down the front straightaway. They've kind of settled down here now with 13 laps to go.
I think with the way they're going, I think we're going to be good to the end. Of course, now that I say this, it's going to be like a 75 car wreck. Cautions will come out.
We see a battle back there with the 54 trying to get to the inside of the 40 again.
But I think the 40 has it, yeah.
Yes, he does. Well, that allows the number Matt Gutenberg catch up to him and Jeff Gross.
I believe Matt Gutenberg is the point leader coming into this race, was that?
No, let me check real fast. I can find out.
For sure, Matt Gutenberg was leading the points leader. I'm not quite sure who was the points leader coming into this race, but it should be checked up a lot. As Kyle Barifke is really doing his best to show that he can get the points lead, winning 2 races in a row and in position to win a third one.
Miller's in the lead with Matt Gutenberg in 2nd spot.
Who was the leader?
James Miller.
James Miller. James Lee Miller, 2nd place. So, you know, he's doing his job to keep his part.
As we see Kyle Barifke getting a 2.5 seconds ahead of the 2nd place spot of James Miller now.
Yep, and the 14 now trying to get up there to behind the 75 for 3rd place. We're not really having any other closer battles up here, ready for a battle for 6th place between the 40 and the 18. And it's been going on for a while. Unless the 18 can really dive on in there, I think the 40 has that position set secure.
Well, now since those 2 cautions, they've kind of really spread out from the track of each other and just kind of settled down and just racing green flag laps.
As I say that, the 18 looking to the inside of the 40. he might be there at the end for a tunnel turn, and that might be ooh.
He doesn't.
18 did not get the best line until tunnel turns. Going to lose 2-3 car lengths to the 40, and we'll see how he takes it in there into turns 3, because there is no turn 4 here. As the 40 did not get the best run, this is going to be the best momentum the 18 has. 40 late block there for some reason. That was a really late block, and 18's there. He's probably going to get the position going into 1. I don't know what was with the 40 truck, but he got a really bad exit as he's pushing the 18. Yeah, a little bit of a bump and run. He got a really bad exit off of turn 3, and then decided to block, but really late. And now he's pushing the 18 up, and he's gonna get the position here in the tunnel turn. He goes wide, shoves the 18 a little bit up. 54 goes by him, so the 18 is not gonna be happy with that.
No, allows Matt Grutenberg into that 8th spot, or 7th spot, I would say.
Yep, you're right, 7th spot. This is a battle for 6th place. As the 14 has lost some time on the 75, so we don't really have any other type battles here. Maybe a battle for 9th place between the 16 as the 16 hits the wall again, and the battle ends right away.
Yes, Jeff Gross takes over that spot real quick.
As the 40 is even slower there, gets like really slows on the 54. This is going to help the 18 a little bit as they're going too wide into this next corner.
You have to wonder, these cars in the back here are really using their tires a lot. Could this really be the reason why this is all happening, with their hitting the walls and sliding a lot? 40
took that Kyle Larson line of approval there in the title turn. Maybe not the best time. We wanna praise Kyle Larson here, as he's gonna lose now 7th place. He's going out to 8. 18 finally gets by him, but the 40 is bumping the 18 again. I don't know if they're not happy with each other, but whatever it is, the 40 is really making it obvious that he's gonna want to take that spot no matter what.
As he keeps pushing it into the turn 1, they are bumper to bumper here, going to turn 1, trying to fight for that 6th spot.
I think that the 18 has this now. I think the 40 was able to get himself back in the race by just bumping the 18, but at this point, I think he's too far back from the 18 to do anything. As he tries to, looks like he almost tried it there, yeah.
Looks like he tries to dive bomb it in the tunnel corner.
That's gonna cost him a lot of time there.
Yes, it is. As he just falls away from Matt Grutenberg.
Yeah, we haven't talked much about him tonight, but William Kruska, the league owner, he also has what it takes to get himself a win. As he's got himself a pretty decent couple of races under his belt. Wasn't a big fan of the dirt stuff. We saw what happened at Indy, and now he wants to come in here and come home with a clean truck, which already he's got some quarter pedal damage, but relatively cleanish truck. As I believe the leader has made his way past. Oh, whoa! What happened there?
So we have some.
The 25 got some damage with the 64 as they're going at it still. Let's see if we can go back and take a look. 25 went down to pass the 64. 64 either didn't see him or wasn't happy with 25. Yeah, because they made contact.
I think he saw him. It looked pretty intentional going straight down the track like that. I think he was trying to make himself known.
I don't know, but that's a lot of damage to 25. That's some heavy damage to 25.
Unless the 64 was trying to get out of the way and go down low.
That's the only thing I can think of. But whatever it is, it really costed the 25. More than likely, he's not going to win this race. Now that he's got heavy front end damage, and the 14 has caught back up.
Well, James Miller was about 2 seconds away from the leader. And now he's about 2 points. As we have a caution now on the track.
Oh, caution is out. I'm not 64. 64. Oh, the 64
has turned it around here.
Oh, whoa.
Oh. That is a wow.
64
Hard hit.
did the same exact thing he did to 25, except this time the 54 wasn't gonna take it. Oh.
I don't know. I don't have an explanation why he'd want to do that to.
I don't either. Yeah.
Especially with these lead car as he's about 2 laps down.
You know, the first time I can see it being an accident. This one, you know, based on what happened the other one, it's beginning to look
a little suspicious there.
A little suspicious, yes. We're not gonna comment much on it because we're not talking to drivers. We're not gonna try to bring fake coverage into this stuff. If there's something that truly happens, then if there's heat, if there's tempers or like that, then it happens. We're not gonna try to create any fake drama. So we're gonna keep our mouth shut as to what happened there. But two laps in a row, 2 of the same incidents. It does look suspicious.
As Brody Iverson has got his truck towed to pit road.
Yes, and we have Paul Ross saying #fake news. Thank you, Paul. Levi Zelensky dropping a massive LOL.
So, now 5 laps to go. Do we have any takers for pit road? What do you think, Carlos?
No.
You think everybody stays out?
You know, I say no, but they're 21 laps into this run.
They should be good on fuel. We know that. We look.
If I'm 4th place, I'd be a lot happy because I know what's happening. It looks like they're all gonna come down pit road.
Everybody's coming down.
03 stays out, but the 03 is 11 laps down.
Yeah, he is. All right, so we gotta see.
The main question is who stayed out. 75. Dylan Gooden.
Dylan Gooden. He was in 11th spot, and he's taking the gamble.
Let me tell you what. Dylan Gooden actually might be in the best spot besides Jeff Gross, who also stayed out. Jeff Gross is 17 laps on his tires. Dylan Gooden must have come down pit road before the caution came out because he has 4 laps into his tires. As they pull away with the 14.754.
So what do you think? Probably took. I don't know what the lap time or the pit road times. Do you know those? They are, Carlos.
The pit stop times. Yes. Anthony Hyatt took 9. He took 9 seconds worth of pit stop. As wow, the 03, the 69 just hit the inside wall. So the 14 took 2 tires more than likely. Kyle Pokrafke took 2 tires. Matt Gruenberg took 2 tires. Everybody took 2 tires except for the 18 of Curtis Sawyer, who had about 14.5 seconds. So unless he had a really, really bad stop, he took 4 tires.
So it looks like everybody's taking it as 2 tires with what? We got probably 2 laps to go, hopefully to go green. When we go green here.
Now, when Dylan Gooden went down pit road, he's shown 26 seconds on his stop time, which is telling me that, if my telemetry isn't broken, which last night it did become broken for one of the drivers. So if my telemetry isn't broken, he must have taken 4 tires, repaired some damage on the green. Probably what happened, as we have a car that went down pit road. I failed to see who that was.
It's a 69.
Yes, that's everybody's favorite. I'm not a quitter.
Mama raised no quitter, Cody McCorkle.
Yep. Still in this race, still 30 laps down since being involved in that lap 1 incident. He has moved up 1 spot, but unfortunately, he's not going to have enough time to pass Jake Finch. Jake Finch is 11 laps ahead of him, and there's only 3 laps left. So it looks like we're going to restart with, it might be a 1-lap shootout.
Yeah, it looks like 1-lap shootout because as the pace car lights are still on, probably most likely 1-lap shootout for whoever takes it all tonight.
So this is going to be a very, very, this is going to be it.
Carlos, we could see that 5 wide going into turn 1 tonight.
Oh,
we could see that now.
Now would be the appropriate time to take a 5 wide.
You might see your wishes right here.
Yeah, 5 wide for the lead for the checkered. That would be the ideal situation.
Well, that'd probably be the ideal situation for Jeff Gross as well, as it could bring out the caution for him to take that win, as long as he's not involved, obviously.
Oh yes, of course. So who do you think? No caution. Who do you think's gonna win this race?
No caution. Who wins the races? I gotta say, Kalbrifke goes up there and he takes the lead. He's going 3 in a row. He's got a quick car. He's I mean, 4th position starting here. I think he does it.
And as we got Mr. Conspiracy Theorist Levi Zielinski saying, could the 64 be trying to bring out the caution? And then Paul Ross saying, hashtag one in the booth, hashtag one in our hearts. I'm not sure who's saying that to, but...
Not sure.
Thank you. Thank you with a question mark.
As
two to go.
The pace
lights are off, yep.
We're going green this time. 1 lap shootout. It's going to be a heck of a ride.
So that also means no cautions. There's not going to be a caution because it's going to be a white flag.
No caution at all?
No. Once the white flag is out, iRacing does not throw cautions.
Oh.
So I apologize for not realizing that earlier, as I was mentioning that.
All right, Carlos. Who do you got? Who do you got?
Oh man. It's gonna be whoever is on the inside line on the third row. So right now it's the 54.
54 of Matt Grudenberg.
Here's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be like when Jeff Gordon won at Pocono in 2012. He restarted 6th, but he quickly passed his teammate Casey Kane on the inside, and then the seas parted, and he went on to get the lead before the rain came. So that's what I'm thinking. Whoever is in turn 1, by the time whoever reaches turn 1 on the 3rd row on the inside, that's who's going to be the race winner. The seas are going to part.
Well, we all know that tunnel corner could be the matchmaker as well to who wins this race. Whoever gets out of that the cleanest and in first. As we go around turn 3, lights are off. The pace car will go down pit road and we will go green one last time here at Pocono.
97
as it goes down,
outside,
97 outside and takes a great restart. Tries to lead the field. The 75, the 7 is lining up behind the 75 going into turn 1. As we go into turn 1, they're bumper to bumper. 7 looks to the outside. As the 14 gets there behind the number 7.
97 has just no grip.
And he takes it up, gets in the way. Now the 75 of Dylan Gooden takes it. Now that is Kyle Rifke taking the lead.
Yeah,
side by side going into the corner.
As the 7 takes the lead, exiting the corner with the I believe that is the 75 right behind, or the 14 right behind on the inside. But I don't think that's going to matter unless the 14 dives bombs it into the corner. The 7 truck will win this race.
Going out of turn 3 for the final time tonight. Number 7, Kyle Rifke, going for 3 in a row. Will do it tonight at Pocono as he crosses the state start-finish line at the checkered.
3 wins in a row, 3 weeks in a row. The 7 truck knows what he is doing as they're all wrecking now. They're all having fun.
Well, we didn't see that 5 wide going into turn 1, but what a great green-white checkered that was.
No, we didn't, but you know what? That was still a decent finish. The 14 he could not get the power down exiting the corner. Those he ended up the 97. He ended up finishing 9th because he had 20 lap old tires compared to everybody else who took 2 tires and came in the previous stop. So he wasn't going to win the race for sure, but he tried. He tried. That's more than most people are willing to do.
As we look down the leaderboard here, it looks like James Miller ended up in 10th spot as he ran 2nd most of the night. As we'll see, number 7 maybe burn it down tonight. We'll see what happens here. Yes, he does as he burns it. Well, just kidding. He's going to take that backwards lap and salute
there
the
he
crowd.
goes.
There it is.
Oh, there he goes.
As he burns it down, he gives a little salute to the crowd as well. He takes home the checker flag tonight at Pocono 150.
And man, he did a fantastic job. He stuck it in there the whole race, and he even stuck it in there once he had connection issues. And at the end, he ended up getting the win 3 weeks in a row, 3 different tracks. And man, it's fun to watch.
That it is, Carlos. It is a great race tonight. Great action. Hard racing all night long.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break where we're going to get ourselves ready, set up to do some in-race interviews. Or, sorry, post-race interviews. I don't know what's wrong with me. Help me. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we have 4 people that we're probably going to interview tonight, starting with 10th place, James D. Miller. James D. Miller, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
James, you were running 2nd place there before the last caution came out. You ended up finishing 10th. What happened?
Well, I'm looking at it now. The 64 doesn't know how to give room to the lead lap cars, and I guess
Yes.
when I hit him, it busted my motor. So that last restart, I just had no speed, fell back, and that was it.
Because the 64 did the same exact thing the next lap with the 54, but the 54 ended up turning him, and that's what brought the caution.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I wanted to spin him out, but I was already warned for causing 2 other cautions, so I didn't want to get disqualified from the race.
Do you feel like what the 64 did was intentional or just lack of track awareness?
It seemed pretty intentional. There's some talk might have something to do with the 75 needing a caution, but I don't know. It seemed pretty intentional. Looking at it, looked like he slowed down too, and like when I forget who the leader was, but when the leader went by, I think it was Kyle.
Yeah.
The 64 and the 03 were both on the low side of the track. Let them pass, and then when I got up to them, the 03 gave me the outside, but the 64 was on the outside, and then instead of holding his line last minute, came down in front of me, and then with same thing with Grunberg, just blocked him. So I'm not sure what's happening there.
All right. Well, Hunter, do you have any comments here for 10th place finisher here tonight?
Not tonight, but hey, it was a great run. Heartbreaking to see you end up in 10th spot, but there's always next week.
Yeah, it was a fun race. I hope we put on a pretty good show. Got a little crazy at some times, but it was fun.
Yep, it was fun to watch here as well. You guys certainly gave us a lot to talk about. Do you have any final words, any thank yous to anybody out there that you want to give out before we end this interview?
Just thank you to the Stefan Ziller Tunnel to Towers Foundation for just everything they do and being a part of our team.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking your time here to talk to us. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Now we're gonna go see if we can talk to. Let's see if we can talk to William Kreska. As William, do you have a copy?
Yeah.
So, 6th place here in your truck. You want to give us your thoughts about your night?
I guess I don't like Pocono. I thought I did, but my times, I guess, said otherwise, but I don't even know. It was just crazy from the start, so.
It was crazy, but it wasn't that bad of a race. He ended up getting a top 10. 1 position shy from a top 5. Hunter, do you want to have anything to say to William?
All right, as you go on to the rest of the season, what is something you're looking forward to? Maybe get more in detail and help yourself out to get that top 5 to maybe get to that win as well.
There's a lot of tracks. Michigan, I believe, is one I haven't raced there in a while. Martinsville, Charlotte. Running to a lot of tracks now that I like, so hopefully it changes.
Oh, that's good to hear. And before we end this interview, do you have anybody want to say thanks, anything like that?
Just my sponsors, you guys for broadcasting, and everyone watching.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking your time. We'll hopefully see you next week.
Thank you.
And we have our top 3 finisher, Dylan Gooden. Dylan, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, Dylan. Top 3, so can't complain about that. You want to give us your thoughts here for your night?
It was all right. We started on pole and just was trying to gather my thoughts there on that opening run, and a couple people made it 3 wide and gave me some damage, so I just spent the rest of the night recovering from that. I killed the wall trying to catch Kyle on that second to last run, and I'm like, well, my night's over. I'm going to pit and take some tires and see if we get a caution, and came out right ahead of Kyle with 2 tires, and the caution came out, and that's ultimately what got me third. It wasn't too bad of a night, just a lot of wrecks.
Well, it's not as much as I thought, but there were yes a quite decent amount of accidents here, especially in the latter half past the stage break. So Hunter, do you have any comments here? Any questions here for Dylan?
All right, as you're going down that last restart, what was the thoughts going through your mind?
Well, the 97 hadn't been the quickest all night, so I thought I could make quick work of him. It was just going to be all about the timing on the restart, and he didn't get through 1 very good, so I easily got around him. But since my tires weren't as good, I couldn't hold it flat through 1, and I knew the 7 was going to have a run, so I threw 1 block, and I wasn't going to throw another. And he had the run, and I mean, there's just nothing I could do. Just held on as best I could.
And held on you did. You ended up finishing P3, which was better when you were running before. So it's
sure.
It worked out for you there at the end. Thankful timely caution. You want to thank the 64 for that probably. But yeah, P3. And before we end this interview, do you want to say your thanks to anybody out there? Give a shout out, anything like that?
I'd like to say thank you to my mom for buying me my computer and always giving me hugs and kisses, and I love her dearly.
Aww.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's a great thing to say.
Yes, it was Mother's Day weekend on Sunday. So happy Mother's Day to everybody, every mother out there. So thank you so much for joining us here tonight, Dylan, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right, so we got 2 more interviews left. We have second place finisher Anthony Hyatt. Anthony Hyatt, do you have a copy? Oh, did he leave?
I think he just left.
Okay, let's go ahead and scratch that. We no longer have Anthony Hyatt. We have our race winner, Kyle Prokrevsky. Kyle, congratulations. You have a copy.
I'm back.
Hey, 3 weeks in a row, man. Who would have thought?
Certainly not me. I thought, again, I was kind of done for. It's played out the exact same as Indianapolis with a last lap restart. I'm surprised. I thought everyone else was going to stay out when I came in, but all kind of worked out that time where everyone, or mostly everyone, followed me in. But that was a tough restart. I think Jeff kind of just lost the traction 1-2. Allowed me to get under, and then Dylan had a decent run off 1. And I almost lost it all through a tunnel turn, but managed to hang on and came home with another win.
Jeff had 20 lap-old tires. He did not come in, and Dylan Gooden had he actually came in the lap before the caution came out, so he actually got very, very thankful timing there on that. But P3, this is your first time in Pocono, isn't it?
Yeah, I've only done one other race on the new surface. I prefer this surface a lot better than the other one. It has nothing to do with how I finished tonight, but it feels grippier, which works for me.
Yeah, you had the speed. You had the speed in the early part of the race, and then it seemed like you had some connection issues where you were bouncing in and out. every lap multiple times, and then that's when you started dropping back. I don't know if you were just dropping back out of courtesy or you were having some handling issues.
I think that was more handling issues. I did see the bars for the connection layout and everything go up a little bit, but it looks like they would settle. And I'm like, I think I can keep pushing on. But if I saw them ever go yellow, I would pull over a bit more.
Yeah, on the broadcast, you'll see that you were blinking in and out rapidly many times. It wasn't out of control like some other blinking scenarios where they're just all over the track. Yours was just disappear and reappear, disappear and reappear. So thankfully, for sure you held up some cars, some trucks, but it wasn't like you caused any accidents, stuff like that, so you were thankful there. And even more importantly, your connection came back through at the clutch there at the end. Once your connection came back, we noticed that you were picking up even more speed. You were one of the faster trucks out there before you ended up getting this win. So, William, do you have anything? Hunter, do you have anything you want to say to our race winner?
Kyle, congratulations on 3 in a row. I just want to ask you if there's anybody you want to think to about tonight.
No one really in particular. I'd just like to thank you guys again for broadcasting the race. I'm sure it was quite entertaining for viewers and everything, especially I think first 2 restarts we went 3 wide off of 3 for the lead.
Yes, went 4 wide.
Yeah, 4 wide, 5 wide. I don't even know.
No, not 5 wide. Trust me, I made sure to see if there was 5 wide.
We thought about it. I guarantee we probably thought about it, but yeah, I just hope everybody watching enjoyed it tonight, and we'll be back at it again in Michigan.
All right. Well, I want to thank you. Thank you for taking time out here to entertain us here tonight and to talk to us after you're winning another week in a row. So we'll see you next week when you win another week in a row.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I did a race in Michigan today. That didn't go well, so.
Well, we wish you good luck for the next week. Hopefully you stay healthy and come back to compete at top form.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. So that's going to conclude our broadcast here for tonight. Hunter, you want to have any final thoughts here?
Well, great racing tonight, bumper to bumper as we spoke, and great finish as well. And all around tonight was all entertaining for our fans and as us in the broadcast booth as well.
Yep, I had a blast here, and we'll be back next week, same time. Hopefully, we'll fix our issues. I already know what's wrong, and I'll try to update them before we go to the next broadcast. So we should no longer have those issues anymore. So I just want to go ahead and thanks to our sponsors here tonight. Thanks to our wonderful friends here at Track Cams for Gourmet, www.trackcams22.com. They provided all of our wonderful camera shots here for tonight, as well as in-car cameras, track cameras, as well as that. So if you want to check them out, check out their website at www.trackcams22.com. Alright, I also want to go ahead and say thanks to OBS, thanks to TeamSpeak, thanks to Discord, thank you to ATVO, RK Productions. I want to go ahead and thank Blue Eyed Racing, as well as the Drive for Suicide Prevention. I want to thank Camping Universe for providing the funds to help run this league. I want to thank William Kriska for starting this league, and this league is for a good cause. It's to raise awareness for suicide and help prevent it. So, just want to go and thank our sponsors, thank everybody out here tonight, and most of all, thank you, the fans who are watching this. So if you saw this live, if you're seeing this in YouTube the next day or the next month and next year, whatever it is, thank you so much for taking time to watch this here tonight, and we wish you a good night.